Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers,
Touchdown Auburn!
the Alabama Crimson Tide,
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown run.
and everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into this, the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat. We'll be with you for the next couple of hours, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Well, Auburn's coming off their A-Day over the weekend. Certainly we'll talk about that a little bit as they kind of wrapped up spring practice. Alabama wrapped up their spring practice last week. We'll talk about some basketball transfers. The Auburn and Alabama basketball team probably going to look a lot different.
Going to look a good bit different
than it did last year. So Auburn getting a commitment just right before we came on the air. So we can talk about that and much more. Baseball, I think, going on. Auburn, Reed was telling me Auburn, I think, scored 9 in the first against Samford in Birmingham. So off to a good start.
It should go well when you go to Samford. I
would think so. The Braves off to a red-hot start, although they were behind when I got out of the van.
4-2 was last I saw.
Yeah, Drake had Baldwin just hit a home run to cut it to 4-2.
Again,
that dude's pretty good.
He's a player, yeah.
But the Braves doing really, really good. They got one of the best records in all of baseball. We can talk about that. The NFL draft is coming up. Should be
National
pretty interesting.
holiday, or at least it should be.
You and Luke love it. I could care less.
Well, and keep in mind, I'm an NFL fan, so I love seeing who's making what moves and what GMs are being really smart, which ones I think are making monumental mistakes, and so forth and so on.
Has there been a lot of movement right now, or do we know if there's going to be a lot of trading up or trading down?
I don't know. The general consensus is that there won't be as much movement draft night because everybody is holding their picks for next year. And if you want to move this year, you generally have to trade some ammunition for next year.
Right.
So a lot of people are holding their picks for 2027 because of the projected quarterback class next year.
Okay. Interesting.
But there was a big move. The New York Giants traded Dexter Lawrence, their all pro defensive tackle, to the Cincinnati Bengals for the 10th overall pick. Lawrence,
so now they got 2 top 10 picks.
They got 5 and 10. So interesting to see what the Giants do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we can talk about that again. Love to hear from you. Love to know what's going on with you. 256-234-6221. Baseball, softball standings. Alabama, number 1 or number 2 team in the country in softball. They are outstanding this year, rounding back into form after having a couple of off years. Ashton Daniels, former Auburn quarterback, named starter at Florida State.
It is what. Look, if
no Gus Malzahn.
If there has ever been a dead man walking, it is Mike Norvell. I'm rooting for the guy.
It makes me wonder, if Florida State's ever going to really find it. Or they will, I suppose, but Florida State's one of those places where you need the right guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't obviously anybody just can't go there and win.
Right. There's so much access to talent in the general area. The NIL era changes some of that. Florida State has been a little bit hesitant to spend premium money on their
I'm not
roster.
sure they have the money that some of those others.
Well, people forget, here's the thing. Florida State's got money. But they have been in the process in the last couple of years of like a close to $300 million stadium renovation and facilities renovation. And I think that's where a lot of their money is going. And I think they just kind of said, you know what? We'll get back to players later. Let's finish this.
Speaking of $300 million stadium renovations, Auburn just the Board of Trustees just okayed that to start. It's supposed to be hopefully completed by 2029. But.
I think if you're going in this day and age of television and internet and instant access and all that, if you're going to keep fans coming, then you have to make it an experience outside of just sitting in the bleachers watching a football game. You're going to have to make it an entertaining experience. Although, I went opening weekend, went to a Braves game, and which was not in Atlanta, it was in Gwinnett, as some of you know.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm off that soapbox. But go to a Braves game. It's an experience right now. You're walking through a shopping mall to get to the game, and then you get to the game, and there's all kind of interesting food concepts in the tunnels, and and they do like between innings. They're very good about having something happening, whether it's the baby cam or the kiss cam or the beer cam or just something. And I think in this day and age, when entertainment is so readily available in so many places, you have to have those options. It's not going to be enough to go, hey, let's go root on the team. You have to actually have an experience while you're there.
Right. Well, and it's not about, years ago it was how many people can we fit into this stadium?
Right.
Can we get to that, triple six-digit,
100,000
seat thing? Now it's more – nobody cares about – everybody's trying to even maybe shrink them down a little bit. It's more about increasing what you already have, making it, something unusual, something different, something, just so it's nicer. Bigger's not better. It's like,
Yeah, well, it's not about getting 105,000 people in there at $25 a ticket. It's about getting 85,000 in there at $225 a ticket.
Right.
It really is. That's
true.
The prices you have to charge for tickets nowadays to support your program. You've got to make it. I want comfortable seats.
Yeah.
I want easy access to concessions. I want some entertainment. A few years ago, everybody added the LED stuff, and that's all part of that. And I think the stadium expansion at Auburn is a part of that too.
Yeah. They're talking again, playoff expansion, having meetings. The word was, or that, and this was, of course, leaked information. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that people were beginning to maybe come around to the idea of 24 teams.
If I were Greg Byrne, and I'm not, but if I were, I would stomp my feet on the ground and say we are staying at 12 until every conference has a Power 4 scheduling requirement in the non-con. Until we get some level of equality in scheduling, because the SEC it's the SEC and I believe the ACC has the same rule, but they're the only major conferences that have it, that you must schedule one Power 4 opponent in the non-con. Power 4 opponent or Notre Dame, right? And Big Ten doesn't have that. And, if you want evidence, go look at Indiana's schedule. And we can get on the subject of their defensive coordinator tonight, too.
Yeah.
But go look at their schedule. I mean, it's atrocious. And so, yeah, if I'm Greg Byrne, I'm demanding that. I want some scheduling leveling somewhere before I even agree to go to 16, much less 24.
All right. Now,
wouldn't you? I mean, wouldn't you do that?
Sure.
I mean, why should you be the only conference that has that requirement?
Sure. Now, when you say Greg Byrne, do you mean Greg Sankey?
I bet Greg Sankey. I'm sorry. Greg Byrne, Greg Sankey. Greg Byrne's at Alabama, Greg Sankey's the SEC.
Well, I mean, if you were Luke, I would just assume you think, Alabama.
Luke probably has that direct line to Byrne.
He may do it.
Yeah. So
for sure. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And it's just, I find it so, I don't know. It's just so humorous, that for all you heard was the moaning and whining for years about the SEC's got to go to a 10-game schedule. Everybody, the Big Ten, we play this 9-game schedule. You guys, you got to go to this big schedule. It's not fair. It's not fair. So the SEC finally does it. And we also add you got to play somebody out of the conference. And now we're the ones. And now the Big Ten's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's a bridge too far.
If you're ever going to get where they want to get, and I think we all know where they want to get. They want to get at the Super Conference. Some variation of the Super Conference model, right? If you ever want to get to that, you got to take a lesson from the NFL, and there has to be some sort of balance in scheduling. Now, every conference is not going to be equal. The Big 12 is not going to be the same as the Big 10.
No.
ACC is not going to be the same as the SEC. But you can have certain requirements be universal, right? If you're a Power 4 team, you must schedule at least one Power 4 team in your non-conference.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah. We can't all schedule Wake Forest, right? They've only got 12 games on their schedule. So, but I'm saying that I think you've got to really fight for some sort of uniformity in scheduling if you want it, to work the way I think everybody wants it to work. I hate the 24 idea, by the way.
Yeah, well, I don't think no decision is going to be made.
I heard that apparently the president may be coming out issuing support for that, or
Trump.
Yeah. I read something earlier today that there was maybe an announcement coming soon of support for that.
I don't know as it'd be the worst thing in the world, but I don't know why why 24? If
you're a coach, you want 24.
Sure.
I mean, if you're a coach, Josh Heupel said it 3 weeks ago, right? Are you in favor of expansion? Yeah, we should go to 24. Of course he thinks that, right? Like, if it's 24, man, 4 out of 5 years,
I'm never missing the playoff.
Right,
yeah.
Right. And that's a bonus for me, and it's job security, right? So, yeah, if you're a coach, probably a lot of coaches out there that want the 24. I think if you're a coach at Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, if you're upper echelon, you're probably good with staying at 12. Maybe you're okay with 16.
I think 16 makes more sense than 24.
Oh,
I think
totally
16.
agree.
I think 16 makes more sense than 12. But
I'll be honest, I like the top 4 getting a bye. I think it's the weirdest thing in the world that coaches haven't figured out how to prepare their teams with an extra off week. Like, yeah, an extra week to get healthy and rest, and you can't seem to, anybody that's Signetti, can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah. They'll figure it out, I guess, or it'll change.
I think that the first round bye is a nice reward for being one of the top 4 teams. It's also a disadvantage because you're not going to be one of the teams hosting a first round game. Which is very valuable for your school, right?
I would think that would be as much of a positive or a reward as a bye.
See, to me, if you went to 16, I think you would give. Let's just play the first 2 rounds on campus. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Higher seed hosts.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. But don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama, is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners, Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin, comfort for life.
Here at Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we value what truly makes a home a home. And that's why we're proud to offer America's #1 brand of siding and exterior products. James Hardie creates possibilities with an array of colors and textures. We offer the full line of James Hardie products, from Hardie plank to artisan siding and everything in between, giving you, our customer, options to have the best. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday, so they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. We're brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by Sunshine Heating and Air. For all your heating and cooling needs, give Kevin Kill and his crew a call today. They quality organization here in the Lake Martin area, and they are be very willing and able to help you out with all of your needs. Be sure to have that heat pump or air conditioning unit in the best working order, because summer is just around the corner for sure. Sunshine Heating and Air. All right, Auburn has their spring game, A-Day, over the weekend. Not on TV. I was not there. I did listen to it. I see the stats here in front of me here.
I've watched some highlights and stuff.
Saw some highlights. The biggest takeaways, everybody was underwhelmed with Byron Brown. I think everybody feels like that Jared Smith, highly touted defensive end, edge out of Thompson High School, is going to be the real deal.
Is he a freshman, though? Freshman, true freshman?
Sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah, got a chance to be really, really good. The linebacking core's got to be a chance. Defense overall under DJ Durkin, you would expect to be pretty good. But
a funny story from Tennessee's spring game regarding that, too. So
okay.
Just an interesting DJ Durkin aside.
Okay. But, other than that, it's – as it is always, people kind of enamored with the backup quarterback.
Well, spring games are not useless, okay? They're not, because you do get to see what the guys look like, right? And well, for example, last weekend we had Alabama's spring game, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, well, gosh, number one running back only had 35 yards on 10 carries or whatever. And I've heard multiple coaches and analysts say this before. If your head coach is running it 40 and 50 times in a spring game, then he doesn't need to be a head coach. Because you're going to get people hurt. You get people hurt running the ball into the line over and over and over. That's why you see so much passing in these spring games, because you're less likely to get your left guard's knee turned up on, right? So people are careful about how they run. So to me, you're looking at, does this guy have speed? Does he have quickness? Does that, this sort of thing, especially with players you haven't seen. The Alabama spring game from right here in Alex City, we got to see Cedarian Morgan. Question was, could he get off the line against SEC level defensive backs? Because that's a question for young receivers. Can they? Well, Alabama put him in motion, ran him in the slot, so you couldn't jam him at the line. And when he did get off the line, made some nice moves, showed some speed, made some plays. Same thing with Auburn. There's an old saying I love, Andy. Nothing is everything, but everything is something.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of how I felt about the Byron Brown thing, right? You and I talked about it in the office Monday. 50% of his game is running with the football. And he's wearing a non-contact jersey. They're blowing the whistle anytime he crosses the line of scrimmage. No contact on the quarterback. He's not taking off when a lot of times you might expect him to. Now, that being said, it's not nothing either, right? He did, even Golish said after the game he wasn't seeing the field real well. Well, in the 15th practice, that's not a good thing, right? I need you to be seeing the field a little better.
The question is it one practice or is it something, something that's going to linger?
I don't remember Golish saying that in any of the other practices.
There you go.
So, but what I'm saying is, I don't think it's nothing, but it certainly isn't everything. And then, I told you what my concerns are for Auburn, that the interior of the offensive line and the interior of the defensive line and corner. Those are the three positions that I think Auburn's got to really shore up, in fall camp and be ready to go.
There was several. It is one of those things that's kind of inexplicable. I don't know what to make of it. Like you said, we could do big deal, little deal, no deal. Cole Best, literally one of the most experienced, solid centers in the entire country. Comes over from South Florida. Has made more starts again than almost anybody in college football at the center position.
Yep.
Has several snaps very high. One of them leads directly to a turnover. Several other ones blowing up plays. What is that about?
Could be nerves.
Is it nerves? I mean, and maybe Byron Brown was pressing a little bit there in a new environment. A
bigger stage.
Yep. They're trying to be impressive. Okay, so I chalk that up to that. I really just kind of throw it out.
It's, but it's one of those things, right? I'm not really worried about it now. Nothing,
First snap against Baylor's high.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
Nothing is everything, but everything's something, So, and I was talking about Tennessee spring game. There was an interesting comment in there that one of the standouts from Tennessee's spring game, Jim Knowles comes from Penn State to Tennessee as the new defensive coordinator. Jim Knowles runs a 4-2-5, very similar to what DJ Durkin runs. It's pretty complicated, especially on the back end, very similar to what DJ Durkin runs. They run similar styles of defense. Word on Jim Knowles is it takes about a year for the players to kind of grab onto it.
Right.
But the one player at Tennessee's spring game defensively who looked like they already had a grasp on it was Kayan Lee, who you'll remember played the last 2 years for DJ Durkin.
Right.
So I just thought that was interesting because of the comparisons between what Durkin runs and what Knowles runs and how difficult it is, especially in the back end, to grab onto it. And then Kayan Lee turns out to be the defensive standout of the Tennessee spring game.
Right. Well, he's good. I mean, he's just talented, that's for sure. That is good. That's an interesting tidbit.
But I think linebackers fine.
Oh, yeah.
I think Auburn's going to be fine on the edge. I think they're going to be fine at linebacker. Offensively, if I got to worry about offense, we hired the wrong coach because that's what we hired him for. You know what I mean? But, again, the offensive line, still a little bit of a concern. Mm-hmm. And corner's a concern. And I think the middle of the defensive line is a little bit of a concern.
I would agree. Well, it's an unknown. I'll say that right as of right now. All right, we got to take another break. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Lake Martin now has a global connection for the best in pre-owned vehicles. The all-new Global Auto Exchange is now open on Cherokee Road in Alex City next to Cazador's Restaurant and is excited to serve Lake Martin with the finest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV selection at the market's most competitive prices and most versatile finance options. Global Auto handpicks all their inventory, and with 4 lots in the region, they have a selection that won't be beat. Whether pre-owned luxury to affordable work truck, Global Auto has the vehicle for you. We reward good credit and can work with Challenge Credit to get you the ride you want. Visit the all-new Global Auto on Cherokee Road, Alex City for the best selection, pricing, and inventory.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Just getting started on tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind on this beautiful Tuesday evening. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday by JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Wonderful place to have lunch or dinner right here in downtown Alexander City. Great food, great people, great atmosphere, all things there at JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Go and check them out today. Chris and Audra do a fantastic job there, and they are great people.
Yeah, they're good folks, too.
And they would welcome you with open arms. I recommend the cheese nuggets.
256-234-6221 if you want to get in the show.
Yeah, why not?
What did you, is there anyone out there that's like, oh my God, Byron Brown? I know y'all did the Auburn Blitz today and yesterday. Did you take some calls on that? Or?
Well, I didn't tell you, nobody, we took a couple of calls, but nobody was too upset. But you always get people that overreact. We could do an entire show we could do an entire week about overreacting to spring games.
Yeah.
I'm like you. You have to look at a spring game on an individual basis. Don't look at it on a team basis. It means nothing. To me, it literally means nothing as far as the team aspect of it. Individually, you want to look at it, oh, yeah, okay, That guy, what does he look like in pads? How does he move? Can he catch,
He's bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
he's smaller
he
than I
moves
thought.
better
He's
than I thought he
faster than I
would.
thought, yeah.
So that kind of thing, that's great. But, what kind of offense are we running? Or, what? Oh, that play was, that stuff like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not any trick plays in spring games.
And I go back to, and Jim and I were, we were talking about this as we left the other day. And I always go back to, and, that somebody put out like an article of MVPs, 8A MVPs. I could go through there and tell you, and even put up Myron Burton.
Okay.
Who? Paul James III.
Okay. Yeah.
Defensive MVP at Auburn in 2017. Kenny Flowers. I mean, names that nobody knows. Robbie Ashford was the MVP twice. So I mean, let's just settle down on Byron Brown. He'll be fine.
Yeah, there's just not
the guy threw for 3,000 yards and ran for 1,000 yards in real football.
Let me say this.
That's good enough for me.
Let me say this. Even if he's not, he's your quarterback. There is no quarterback competition at Auburn.
No.
There is no quarterback competition at Auburn. There is no chance of a quarterback competition at Auburn. Byron Brown, barring injury or like leaving school for some reason, will be the starting quarterback at Auburn next year, good or bad, better or worse.
Yeah. Now, it is actually, I'm glad that Tia looked good. He's just a redshirt freshman.
Mm-hmm. Because Byron Brown's a one and done, right? Unless they pass that 5-year rule and he somehow gets grandfathered into it, right?
Right.
Is he just in his 4th year, or is this his 5th year in college?
I'm wanting to say this is his 5th. Okay. I think. Now, I may be wrong.
But before you didn't have 5 to play 5, you had 5 to play 4.
Right.
And so the discussion is the players that are currently in who may be redshirted their first year and have only played 4, will they get grandfathered in this new 5 to play 5 rule so that they get a 5th year to play?
I see.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That is one thing that I think is under discussion if that rule passes.
But anyway, I think Auburn's got a capable backup. I mean, I think a lot of people were impressed. There again, I mean, how would he manage the offense? How would he play against, SEC level defense week in, week out? Who knows? But ball comes out of his hand, nice. Mm-hmm. He moves better than we thought. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things. So how tough is he though? I don't know.
I think
kind of leader
good.
is he?
I think it's good to have somebody like Tristan Tia on the squad. That if worse comes to worse, that's your quarterback next year, right? Mm-hmm. He's got a year on campus and a year
in the system, and,
yeah. And so worse comes to worse, he's your guy next year unless you have a better option.
And Omar Mabson looks like he's going to be your backup, your number 2 running back. Here's a kid. I don't know if you knew this,
Not
JJ.
Davenport?
He was 17. He was 17.
These reclasses, man. They need to quit doing that.
I mean, I don't know why you'd want to give up. I look back and I think, why was I such a hurry to get out of high school?
But look, let me say this. Most of these kids, one, they know there's NIL money out there for them.
It's true.
And they don't want to take a chance on getting hurt their senior year. Maybe that money goes away. 2, it's 1 year closer to the league, which is where they all want to get. And they all think they're going.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
I got news for them.
Hey, as a sophomore in high school, I thought I was going to be an NFL player. I also thought I was going to be 2 or 3 inches taller. So.
Well, it happens. Yeah.
Thought I might be a little faster.
Do you think so?
Yeah, but then, I wasn't.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. No.
Think it was just going to be one of those osmosis, or was you going to work at it?
Well, I mean, there's only so much work you can do on speed. I believe that. You can only do a little bit. But I thought I'd be a little faster.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember Different Strokes?
I do.
Remember when Arnold was hanging in the closet, hanging on the bar by his arms, trying to get taller? It was like me. I was like, I'll hang on this bar until I get taller.
Okay. Or Barney. You needed Barney Fife, one of those, stretchers.
Yeah.
When he had to, he was trying to grow a couple
get
inches.
Some of those shoes with the 2-inch platforms,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help. All right. We'll begin this and we'll carry this over to the next segment. But one of your favorite things, one of Luke's favorite things, one of my least favorite things, the NFL draft coming up. And when is it? This
Thursday. First round is Thursday night, second and third round is Friday.
There you go. The Raiders have the number one pick, and any chance they do not take Fernando?
Absolutely none.
No chance. They will absolutely. He is as good a Raider right now.
I think it's one of those deals that his agent, I'm sure, is already discussing contract terms. They'll announce it within 48 hours of the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just the Raiders have made no secret of it, right? Mendoza's not even going to the draft Thursday night for a couple of reasons. One, his mother has some pretty serious health problems, and he wanted to spend that time with her, and said he wanted to spend it with family and coaches, people that kind of got him where he is. Hey, look, I think Fernando Mendoza is a very grounded, good human. You know what I mean? And I like good humans. I root for good humans.
You think he's going to be a big-time NFL quarterback?
I think he's got a chance. He's got the tools. He's 6'5", 230. You know what I mean? Plenty strong arm, good athlete.
Yeah.
And he's going to an organization that has at times given us good quarterback play. Derek Carr was good there. They've got Tom Brady on the ownership team now, so he certainly knows what good quarterback play looks like.
Who's the coach now?
Oh gosh,
they fired Carroll.
Yeah,
right?
they fired Pete, or had a mutual parting of the ways.
Yeah, mutual. Is he just retired now?
Yeah, I think he's back to retirement now.
Okay.
Clint Kubiak.
Okay.
Yeah, Clint Kubiak.
Gary's son or brother?
I believe son.
Okay.
Came from, I believe he's with the 49ers.
Makes sense.
Yeah. He comes from that tree, right? He comes from that what's his name at the 49ers? What's his name?
Yeah, Callahan.
Dad was the Broncos coach. Shanahan. Comes from that Shanahan tree, and I think that's why Brady and them decided to hire him, and because they knew they were going to be drafting a quarterback, and it's like let's get somebody who can work with quarterbacks and knows how to do it, right? So
makes sense.
But yeah, I'm rooting for Mendoza. I think he's a good kid, a good player.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a break. Then we'll come back and talk some more about
I got some real disagreements with Kuiper.
NFL draft. More to come right after this.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
With football here, Martin's at Lake Martin is ready with the lake's best place for sports, fun, and entertainment. With your favorite teams on over 20 big screens. And Martin's is now open 7 days a week. Monday, trivia night. Tuesday, open cornhole tournaments. Wednesday, free pool. Thursday, our huge bingo night with food trucks. And every Friday and Saturday, live entertainment with food trucks. Sunday, enjoy NFL ticket with hot dogs and chili. This football season, make the best game plan. Go to Martin's on 34 in Dadeville, where every hour is happy hour.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Blitz Live program. I almost said it.
Yeah, I know.
Auburn, Andy, and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for being with us. Just a couple of more segments in the first hour of tonight's program. These are the top 10. We can even go further down the list if you want to, but I just got the top 10. These are the picks, the first 10 picks in the NFL draft. The Raiders, we already mentioned that, have the number 1 pick. The Jets, Jets, have the number 2 pick. Cardinals, the Titans, the Giants, the Browns, the Washington, don't call them Redskins, the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Giants again at 10.
Yeah, Giants traded Dexter Lawrence and, got a 10th overall pick for him. It's a lot for the number 10 pick.
Yeah. So the Raiders, you got Fernando Mendoza, who's most people
foregone conclusion.
Number 1 pick, he will go to the Raiders.
Yes.
What do the Jets need, or what do the Jets not need?
Well, at the number 2 pick, the Jets need help everywhere. Well, not everywhere, a lot of places. But with all due respect to Mel Kiper, yes, Jeremiah Love may be the second best player in the draft, but he's not going second overall.
Okay.
There are certain positions that do not lend themselves to a pick that high. Running back is one of them. When you're drafting that high, it's quarterback, it's edge rusher. That's what you're looking at. Offensive tackle. But in this case, the Jets are going to go with David Bailey. Seems to be the word. The edge from Texas Tech. He'll go second to the Jets, I believe.
Okay. Defense disruptor. Edge rusher. Number 3, the Cardinals.
Interesting with the Cardinals because they have a new coach, offensive-minded coach. They could maybe take Jeremiah Love just to give their offense a weapon.
Do they still have the who's the quarterback?
Kyler Murray is gone. Kyler Murray is now with the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
But the Cardinals, don't be surprised if the Cardinals move back. Don't be surprised if they trade out of that 3rd pick. But if I had to pick somebody to go there with that 3rd pick, ooh, gosh, that's a tough one, man. Somebody could move up to that 3rd pick for. Word is the Cowboys really love Arvell Reese. I don't know if they're willing to give up enough, but if they love him that much, trade up to the number 3. Cardinals move back. There's some stories to that related to Ty Simpson, that maybe they need extra draft picks so they can move back up in the late 1st round, take Ty Simpson. But at 3, I kind of think Arvell Reese goes to somebody.
A lot of Ohio State players here.
You wonder why that defense was so good, man. Yeah.
Really? Well, speaking of Ty Simpson, is he the second quarterback off the board?
Yes. He'll be the second quarterback. The question is he going to be late 1st or early 2nd? I think he'll go somewhere between 16 and 31, some 16 and 32, somewhere in there. Probably 16 and 28, somewhere in that range. But it may be a team. McShay is the guy that I kind of look to more than I do Kuiper these days. Kuiper just tells you who he thinks the best players are. McShay tells you what he's hearing from sources around the league. What he's hearing is that there is a team that has their sights set on Ty Simpson. He doesn't know who it is.
Really?
But that's what the GMs around the league are saying. And they're all trying to figure out, okay, where can I get him at? Pittsburgh does not have a quarterback. And they're sitting there, you got Will Howard, right? I don't think you're going into next season with Will Howard. Don't know if Aaron Rodgers is coming back or not. But they're sitting there at 21. So it's possible that somebody could jump ahead of the Steelers at 21. The draft's in Pittsburgh. If he's still there at 21, do the Steelers take their quarterback of the future there to make the home crowd happy? I don't know. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. But, yeah, I would say Arvell Reese goes 3, no matter who it is.
Right. You got the Titans and the Giants at 4 and 5.
Titans will take Jeremiah Love.
Really?
They're going to give Cam Ward some help.
Okay. Makes sense. Giants with their first of 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, I keep in mind they got a Harbaugh.
Do you go offense, defense, offense and defense?
I think they're going to go offense and defense, but they got a Harbaugh coaching that team now. And both of those brothers are meat and potatoes guys. So I would look for one of the offensive tackles. Now, Kuiper has Francis Malioga, Miami, and Spencer Fano from Utah.
John Harbaugh is now
with the New York Giants.
Okay.
So
somehow
I would say keep your eye on Freeman, the offensive tackle from Georgia. There's maybe a sleeper there.
Okay. Interesting. Brown, it doesn't matter.
It may matter a little bit in this state because there was a story earlier this week, or maybe it was late last week, that several people around the league were saying that the Browns had really fallen in love with Caden Proctor. That they really like Caden Proctor a lot. Now, do they like him better than Malioga or Fano? I don't know, but there was talk that the Browns could be
if you want to ruin his career, then by George, by all means.
Myles Garrett's had a good career. He's been there a long
time. Yeah, the Commanders at 7.
I don't know. They could go wide receiver. If they do, I think it'll be Carnell Tate, not Jordan Tyson. But Jordan Tyson gets hurt a lot coming off an ACL. Carnell Tate to me is more of a sure thing. I could see wide receiver for them, but it would be Carnell Tate, not Jordan Tyson.
And the Saints at 8.
Offensive tackle, I'm thinking. I'm looking at offensive line.
There's several here. One from Miami.
Utah, still the kid from Georgia.
Yeah, Spencer Fano.
Come off early, like I'm kind of thinking. So.
Okay. And then the Chiefs. Surprisingly, a top 10 pick here at number 9.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know what do the Chiefs do here, because you got to figure picking at number 9. How many times are you going to get a top 10 pick when you've got Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback? It's not going to be very often.
Do you know? Does he need some more protection?
I'm wondering about that. But the thing is, they've got I saw a thing the other day where they've got a first round left tackle, second round left guard. One of the highest paid centers in the league, and a second round right guard. You just can't put that many resources into 5 guys.
Yeah.
So maybe they stick with what they got. They made a trade for a lineman from San Francisco. Maybe they stick with that. And maybe they go with a weapon, right? You could see wide receiver, but I could see them settling in on maybe a young edge rusher. And I'm thinking the other kid from Miami, the one that everybody went crazy because he had short arms. What's his name? Bain.
Yeah.
Look, I kind of like Bain at 9 for there.
Okay. Yeah. I think he's going to be
Reuben Bain.
Yeah. And then the Giants round out the top 10 here.
And that's where they come back defense, because he is a Harbaugh, and they'll draft Caleb Downs.
Right. Think so.
Yep. John Harbaugh loves to have a big-time safety. He loves to have a guy back there that safety spot just controlling everything. So I think he goes offensive line, then he goes safety.
He'll have that team. He's a good coach. He'll have that team.
By the way, if the Chiefs don't like Reuben Bain, if the short arms bother them on Reuben Bain, Kedrick Falk's still out there.
Yes, he is.
And that one wouldn't surprise me a bit because the short arm thing is real in the NFL for edge rushers. So makes it hard to get off blocks when your arms are short, you know.
All right, we got to take another break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of Chevys, from Silverado trucks, Tahoe, Suburban, and Traverse SUVs. Every model side by side for comparison. Plus, we always have a fresh selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll with huge discounts. Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and melty cheese. Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years.
One to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you, wrapping up the first hour of tonight's program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind tonight. Auburn up 14-2 on Samford in Birmingham, so doing just fine on the diamond tonight. Braves down 5-3 right now. Top of 7, 1 out in that one. So, but the Braves have been really good at coming from behind. So
they have.
They no panic. We'll see what they can pull this one out. But
Mets are up by 1 after 6, trying to avoid a 12th straight loss.
Whew.
With the second highest.
That would be
payroll in
almost
baseball.
historic, 12 straight, losing that early. So, my goodness. Yeah. So, Braves, as far as I know, the only team to not lose a series yet this year.
Wow.
So,
you know, I mean, I'll give Walt Weiss credit. He's navigated around some injuries and done a nice job with the staff. And you know, I'd love to see, you know, Sawyer Smith are around and Strider's around, and you know, what could this staff be?
Yeah.
You know.
Are the Braves, do they need to look at what they're doing with pitchers, or is this just bad luck?
I think it's just bad luck. I don't think there's a great difference between how the Braves train their pitchers and how anybody else trains theirs. I think it's just it's one of those things. It's just like, man, you know.
At some point.
What you going to do? You know.
Yeah. All right. So, Ty Simpson, speaking of Ty Simpson, now, look.
It's the dumb internet story
Speaking of big deal, little deal, no deal.
Yeah.
This one, if you're from Indiana, I get it. If you're Ty Simpson and you're from Alabama, I mean, I get it. I don't really see.
I think it's absolutely no deal for Ty Simpson. I don't think it affects him one bit.
Okay, so Ty Simpson goes on. Caleb Downs apparently has a podcast.
He and his brother Josh, a wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, they've been doing this little podcast for a while.
Okay. And Ty Simpson goes on there talking about the Indiana game. He says, and I quote, "From my point of view, I was like, they don't do much. They do the same thing every down. So when I got the ball, I knew exactly what was going to happen. They just didn't mess up, bro. They were in the exact same spot they were supposed to be. They were so well coached."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything that should be.
Does that sound like a slight to you?
Doesn't sound like too much of a slight. Keep going. It was so much different than the SEC. In the SEC, they'll play man. They'll do these unorthodox coverages. That's kind of how it is. That game was crazy to me. Of course, I got hurt, so that was a bummer. I knew what they were going to do. We couldn't really run the ball, didn't really throw. It was just so crazy to me how it happened.
So, what Ty Simpson just said there, depending on how much football content you take in your average week, right?
Yeah.
Many coaches, former coaches, and analysts have said the exact same thing. Indiana does not run complicated schemes, offensively or defensively. They're not complicated.
Right.
But they do what they do at a near perfect level, right? Like they execute it to a level that is just mind-blowing. They were so well coached. If I'm an Indiana coach, I'm going, that's right, man.
Appreciate the call.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Brian Haynes, though, apparently
defensive coordinator for Indiana was a little miffed.
Yeah. He was a little verklempt.
Said adorable. This is what he wrote on his X. "We also saw everything they were doing on every single snap. It's just that we exploited those cues and didn't get frozen and crushed by them." I mean, to the victor go the spoils, right? I mean,
okay, yes, I guess. This is a 40-year-old grown-ass defensive coordinator in major college football. I want you to imagine for 1 second that Kirby Smart's working for Nick Saban and makes that post after beating someone. He's running stadium steps. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. You know, it's one, Brian Haynes, you're the Broyles Award winner, one of the best defensive coordinators in football, the best this past year. And the kid just gave you a compliment. I still don't know what he took offense to. So I will just tell you from my point of view, I thought Brian Haynes' reaction, no matter who it was pointed at, was pathetic and juvenile. And it's, I don't know if he's trying to, like, be the next Lane Kiffin on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you call it. I just thought it was pathetic. I was like, what? And, you know,
so apparently you and many other Alabama fans.
I saw some Auburn fans calling him out, too. Georgia fans. I mean, there were lots of people. Ohio State fans, everybody.
And to the fans, he said, that's all it took to break your entire fan base? Wow. Maybe I should have just said boo. No apologies, no compliments. Grow up, folks. He had a bad take, and I said the painful truth. Bounce back better.
Yeah, like I said.
I kind of like the guy.
Brian Haynes is pathetic. You like him because Ty Simpson's in Alabama.
No, look.
If he was saying that to Auburn or even to Tennessee or somebody else,
I like
you
the
would
fact.
call it immature.
No. I like it because it's a little more petty than Spurrier, but it's Spurrier-esque. It's Lane Kiffin-esque. It's let's have a little back and forth. I like the fact that when people are, let's go a little back and forth a little bit. I mean, you need some color in college football. This is what makes it fun, right?
Yeah. It's just not my expectation of a highly paid professional. It's just not.
I mean, look, the NFL.
And that includes Lane Kiffin, by the way. I don't like that either.
NFL, that's fine. College, I don't mind a little bit of petty, I guess. It's funny. If you're not, a part of it, it's much more fun to look at it from the outside.
I will tell you this. Brian Haynes better not have a game where they give up 35 and get beat.
Yeah.
I will say that. And if he does, he better disable his X account that night.
That is true. People will be talking about, the simple game plan.
But I look at it this way. Even if let's say if I'm Brian Haynes, let's say I was offended because he called my defense simple, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm probably going to go on X and go, hey, I got nothing against Ty Simpson. I wish him well in the NFL. He's had a good college career, and I'm for him. But it is not true that we run a simple defense. We run very complex schemes. He doesn't play here, so he doesn't know that. And best of luck to you, young man.
Yeah.
Right? You can make your point without that, which I thought was frankly pathetic.
Quite honestly, he sounds almost exactly like Cincinnati, though. I mean, I think they're both cut from the same.
Maybe.
I think because I don't really care. Cincinnati's much the same. Yeah. Yeah. So
I win. Google me.
I think they're perfect for each other.
Yeah, maybe so. I wonder if that's why he didn't get a head coaching offer this offseason. Maybe his interviews didn't go so well. Hey, Brian. Maybe that's a problem.
Not so complex in the interview. All right, we will take a break, but we'll be back with hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Corey's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
The
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live, hour number 2 of tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Andy and JJ here with you until 9 o'clock. Talked a lot about in the first hour, Auburn's spring game, or A-Day, festivities over the weekend. Auburn in action tonight, Alabama. Auburn and Alabama in action this weekend on the baseball diamond, on the softball diamond as well. We can talk about that a little bit. But still talk about moving from college football playoff to a 24-team model. Leaders of the college football are meeting in Dallas this week, and no decisions expected to be made, but from sources, according to some on ESPN, led by the Big Ten, a 24-team model is gaining interest from the ACC, Big 12, and Notre Dame. Some SEC schools even have expressed support for it. The question remains if the SEC and Big Ten can ultimately agree on a format by December the 1st.
Look, if you leave it up to the coaches and ADs, they're going to want a 64-team playoff. It's like, hey, we made the playoffs. Coach, you were 6-6. But we made the playoff.
Yeah. Well, and we're also there's a possibility we're talking about moving up the beginning before Labor Day.
That should be done already because can't keep playing these national title games in late January. That's just stupid. They need to move. Week 0 needs to become week 1 and be done with that. When you go to 16, and I hope they go to 16 first and not 24. But when you do, I think you're going to see the end of the conference championship games, and you can go ahead and get started, with your playoffs, so that you can. I think the national championship, to me, the 14 playoff had it right. You play that semifinal on New Year's Day, and then 7 to 10 days later you play the national title game.
That would make the most sense. I'm afraid it makes too much sense.
Yeah.
They don't ever want to do anything that makes too much sense.
Yeah, not in modern college football, no.
No.
But, I mean, it would be fun. To me, I would love, could we have, even if it's an 8-team group of 6 playoff, to go with a 16-team Power 4 playoff? And then maybe New Year's Day, you get to watch the group of 6 national title game and 2 Power 4 semifinal games. I think that'd be a great New Year's Day. I'd love that day.
I'm thinking isn't the 1AA playoff, isn't it like a 16-team playoff?
It is a 16. It's been 16 for many years.
That's why. So I don't know why you couldn't do an FCS 16-team playoff, an FBS 16-team playoff. Just do it all 16. Why not do it all uniform?
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
They've been doing it for years, and it's actually, seems to be run pretty smooth. Everybody's.
It's been there forever.
Yeah.
So, I remember Troy playing in the Division II playoffs in the mid-'80s when Mike Turk was the quarterback.
Right. Yeah.
So won a national championship. I think it was 86. So yeah, the 16 to me is the right number, and I don't think, honestly, I don't think you need to include the group of 6. I just and the reason they want to be in is because they want the revenue share, but they don't.
That's why they need their own championship.
That's right. Yeah. And I don't know how you do that with bowl games. I don't know how you work that out with conference title games. I don't, and all of that, but especially with conferences with 16, 18 teams, and you don't have a conference championship games, you got all these tiebreakers you got to go through, and and that whole thing. I thought that we were headed towards, and then we wound up not doing it, the 4-4-2-2 model with a 16-team playoff, where you had 4 SEC, 4 Big Ten, 2 Big 12, 2 ACC, and then you had 4 at large, right? Which to me would make a lot of sense. I'd be okay with that.
Again, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hesitant to even say that each conference is guaranteed anything. Why if everybody wants to lament, and the whole point was, and all I heard forever was, let's just get the best teams. Let's just get the best teams. Well, I mean, if we just want the best teams, what does it matter what conference? Are you getting the
best teams if you have a group of 6 requirement?
Well, that's what I'm saying. There are no requirements.
If Notre Dame finishes number 12 and they're guaranteed a spot, are you getting the best team?
I'm not guaranteeing Notre Dame jack.
Yeah.
But now that's me.
So as you get the one thing that the NCAA basketball tournament does very well is using the metrics, the net rankings, and that sort of thing to kind of determine who's getting in the tournament. It's one of the things they do extremely well.
Well, and they too, they may put 12 SEC teams in. They may put 4 in.
Having a committee for a 14 playoff actually made sense. Having a committee for a 12-team playoff really doesn't. We have these metrics, the FPI, whether you want to use the FPI or the what's the strength of record is the newest one, which I think is really, to me, is the best indicator of how good a football team you are. Because it takes into account not just strength of schedule, but you got to win some games too, right? We played the hardest schedule in the country. Well, yeah, but you lost 5 games. What do you want me to tell you?
Wins and losses still matter.
Wins and losses still matter, but the competition you play should matter too. So, I think that's, I don't know. I don't know where it's headed. I hope it's to 16. I know it's going to expand. I know that, there was a big story that came out last week. Learfield Sports. Have y'all talked about that at all? All right, Learfield Sports, one of the biggest third-party providers in all of college athletics. They own the broadcast rights to many, many schools, including Alabama, has been bought out for somewhere between $1.2 to $1.5 billion by a private equity firm. And that's a massive story because Learfield is going to be a huge part of the future of what we consider NIL, legitimate NIL, negotiating contracts for schools and their top players through these third-party deals, rather than just a group of boosters putting a pot of money together and going, okay, give him that, give him that, give him that, right? So it's going to be interesting now with private equity firms getting involved.
They're already involved in Utah as well.
Yeah, Utah, but this Learfield thing affects a lot of universities. That's not final yet, but it's going to go through. But that's an interesting development because there are people in the college football kind of upper echelon people who think that college football may be leaving $5 billion a year on the table by not exploiting what they have. It's already a $7-8 billion a year sport, but they think there's another $4, $5, $6 billion out there if you get the playoffs right and you get the season right and you get so.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of money.
It ain't what you used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We were talking about college football and the maybe possible or inevitable expansion of the playoff to 24 teams. Whether you get in or out of that playoff will go a long way in determining whether you have a job or not. Right now, the hottest of the hot seats in college football heading into 2026. Who is your
it's Mike Norvell.
number? Well,
it's Mike Norvell.
I
would consider
Mike
it
Norvell is number one on the list. Yeah. Number 2, Big Ten.
Guy at Wisconsin.
Luke Fickell.
Luke Fickell. Yeah.
Luke Fickell. Yeah. I would have thought that he would have done better at Wisconsin.
He made a strategic mistake, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because he tried to change Wisconsin football 2 years ago, he decided, hey, we're going to throw the ball around a little more. We're going to modernize. And, that's not Wisconsin football.
No.
They got away from that kind of downhill running physical football thing. I think he's trying to get back to that now, but it may be too late.
Yeah. Number 3 on the list, Dave Aranda with the Baylor Bears.
Put him before Shane Beamer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mike Loxley as
Maryland,
well at Maryland.
Had a good thing going for a couple of years, and then the last couple of years just been awful.
All right, here's the category of we want this to work, but Shane Beamer. There's your Shane Beamer.
I think the South Carolina folks like Shane Beamer. I think he's probably a really nice guy.
I think
probably gets along with everybody.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if he could have gotten that Virginia Tech job, if I would have told him to take it and restart his clock. But if he doesn't win, 7 may get him another year. It may need to be 8, though.
Yeah, I would think 8's probably a must.
I think he is kind of in the same boat that Hugh Freeze was in going into last year.
I could see that. Less was expected, but they're such a weird team in that they will almost every single year win a game they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But lose 2 they should.
Yeah.
I mean, should win. So.
Look, I think he screwed up last year when he hired Mike Shula, and I think every Alabama fan sort of chuckled when they saw that anyway. But he fixed that. He went out and he hired Kendall Browse, and Kendall Browse was legit. He's a good offensive coach, and his offense is going to fit a whole lot better with Lenoir Sellers. And he's got a freak wide receiver on the outside. They spent some money on a couple of offensive tackles.
Yeah.
Still got Dylan Stewart at edge. They spent some money on some back-end defensive help. They've got a chance to be a much improved team and win 7, 8, dare I say 9 games if Sellers is really hot. I just don't know if he can pull that off.
Billy O'Brien at Boston College.
Yeah, we want this.
He's only been there a couple of years, hasn't he?
3, I think, 3 or 4.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we've changed the level. It's going to cost us.
Okay, these are big buyout guys.
Lincoln Riley.
I actually think Lincoln Riley is going to knock on the door for a playoff spot this year and might actually make it. I think they're good enough to win 9. I don't know if they're good enough to win 10, but I think they got a chance.
They did have the number 1 recruiting class this past year.
Well, and they've.
Of course, I think they signed about 40 guys.
Well, they also hired Gary Patterson to coordinate the defense. So you got Gary Patterson now back in college football.
Gary Patterson's the DC?
Yes.
Really?
They've gone much bigger on the offensive line, much bigger on the defensive line. Lincoln Riley has made an effort to become a more physical football team. I think he's close. I don't know if they're there yet, but I think they're close.
Well, progress needed.
Yep.
Jeff Labby at Mississippi State.
He's another one. I would put him in the I want it to work out but category because I think he's a pretty good coach, and I thought they looked you laughed at me at the beginning of last season when I told you they would be 4-0 playing Tennessee, and they had a chance to beat Tennessee. They took Tennessee to overtime.
Yes, they did.
And they took Texas to overtime.
Should have won that. Should have won that.
And if they win both of those, they were 7-5 last year, and we're having a whole other conversation. I love his quarterback. Camario Taylor's a real deal.
1 in 15 in SEC games.
Yeah. Camario Taylor's real, and they did make some improvements on the offensive line. I like Fluff Bothwell a lot, and they hired the defensive coordinator that was the head coach there, Zach Arnett. He's back as the defensive coordinator.
Really?
Yeah. Zach Arnett was kind of thrown to the wolves. He was hired as the head coach 3 days after Mike Leach died.
Yeah, that's right.
Zach Arnett being back. I think they've got a chance to go a legit 6-6, 7-5 if some things hit right, and Levy I think would be okay in that situation.
1 in 15.
Yeah.
1 in 15.
But again, Texas and Tennessee in overtime last year. You win those two, we're having a different conversation.
You've made progress.
Yes.
Getting close.
Yes.
At some point, you got to get over the hump.
That's right.
Yeah. Retirement watch.
Older coaches now.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Easy pick there.
All right, well.
He's the only one in the retirement watch?
No, there's one more at least. But Belichick, I mean, chances he is the head coach. He coaches at least one game in 2027.
40%.
40%.
Yep.
Okay. Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah, it's probably time.
It may be time.
Yeah.
It may be time. Been a guy. I mean,
great
you
coach.
talk about steady Eddie.
Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah. He's Tommy Tuberville, man. I mean, he'll get you that 8-9 wins.
That's right.
Deion Sanders, unfortunately,
health-wise.
I
don't. Yeah, I think. Well, he'll blame it on health, but they're going to be lucky to win 4.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're terrible.
They're not good. That's just not. It just didn't work.
No.
It just did not work. Let's see. Group of 6. Apparently, Derek Mason's at Middle Tennessee. Did you know that?
Did not.
But he may not be there much longer.
Okay, well, you know.
But these are some. Nobody even knows who these. Dale McGee is at Georgia State.
Okay.
Please, Lord, please let Auburn hire him. Let him not go back to Georgia, so we could bring in, get some high quality recruits out of Georgia. All right, we're going to go ahead and take another break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
Big wins all year long. Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air once again is giving away concert tickets, race tickets, highly coveted prizes, and more. Want in? Follow Dixie on Facebook to see how to play along.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners, Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221. Still time to get one phone call in there. As we mentioned, Major League Baseball off and running. The Braves off to a tremendous start, although not doing too well tonight. They are 16-7 overall. Like I mentioned, let's see, one of the best records. That's the Dodgers are 16-6, so they are right there with the vying for the best record in all of baseball.
Yeah, Braves have played well. Tonight looked like. I mean, again, Ronaldo Lopez started, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs in the first. Sometimes you just don't have it.
Yeah.
But, you get in the back end of your rotation, that's going to happen sometimes.
That's true. And, like you said, I mean, it's not the rotation you thought you were going to have coming into the year. They've just kind of had to make do. They've had to do that for the last couple of years.
Chris Sale looks like he's 34 again.
Hey, really? He's just, man, he is so long and lanky. And
yeah,
it's got to look like, he's 6 feet away by the time he turns it loose.
Yeah.
I can understand why he's so hard to hit.
6'6" and a bulky 200 pounds.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else? Let's see. Yankees lead. Yankees 13-9. Tampa Bay 12-10. Baltimore 11-12. The East is competitive as always. The Guardians and the Tigers off to a good start. Minnesota as well. Oakland Athletics 12-11, leading the West.
Look at you.
Break them up.
Go ahead.
The Astros, they do this every year. It seems like now 9-16, dead last in the West. Give them.
They'll be all right.
Give them a month or two. They'll be where they need to be. You said the Mets had lost how many in a row? 11?
11.
And they were threatening to lose 12 in a row tonight?
It is the top of the 9th, and currently the Minnesota Twins are up to bat with nobody out and 1 on in the top of the 9th.
And what's their payroll?
Not as much as the Mets. The Mets are second highest payroll behind the Dodgers.
Wow. That is, and they're 7-15 now.
Yeah.
On the year, already 8.5 games out.
Yeah. It's tough to come back from, man. I mean, 8.5 is a long way to go, even this early.
Sure. Yeah. Just ask the Braves last year for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what did the Braves start? 0-7 last year.
I think so.
It's so hard to climb out. Thankfully, it's early. You got a chance, but you got to really get hot.
No doubt. Phillies aren't playing that well either. They're 8-14. They've
think they're on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, they've stunk it up too. So, and they're way too good, way too talented to be that bad.
No doubt.
The Reds leading the Central. The Pirates 13-8. The Reds, the Pirates, the Cardinals, and the Cubs and the Brewers are all double-digit winners. That's you talk about a competitive division. This is the most competitive division in all of baseball, it looks like. So might be fun to watch.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers, 16-6, San Diego, 15-7, Arizona, 13-9. So interesting start to the year. We were talking about it before. You pretty satisfied with Walt Weiss so far?
So far, I've liked.
No complaints.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dislike Walt Weiss. He just was not my. I wanted Dave. So.
You wanted who?
I wanted the catcher.
Ross.
David Ross. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he end up going anywhere? Is he?
I
Do you know?
I don't think he ended up going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, but just because I wanted David Ross doesn't mean that Walt Weiss can't be fine. I mean, he can be.
I mean, yeah, I don't judge, really anything that he did or his success or failure. Nobody really wins in Colorado.
Correct.
I mean, it just kind of – that's really the only time. And he kind of the first lieutenant there for Snigger for, so many years. I played shortstop for the Braves. He's just kind of a home team. I guess it was a natural fit, it seemed like. So
The Mets start off the top of the ninth issuing 2 walks. So now the Twins have runners on first and second, nobody out, top of the ninth.
And what's the score?
The score is 3-3.
3-3. Oof.
Yes, and you currently have Clemens up to bat.
This is in
New York.
In New York. I bet the Boo Birds
I would imagine the Boo Birds have come out with the 2 walks there.
I mean, it's so funny, man. I mean, the other night when the Braves finished up the sweep of the Phillies, the boos just raining down on the Phillies. I mean, it doesn't take them very long. Man, those Philly fans are rough.
Yeah.
They will get after you in a hurry.
Who's worse, though, the Philly fans or the New York fans? I don't know.
I don't know if the Mets fans ever booed Santa Claus. They didn't. They did in Philly.
And I'll say this: that goes for all sports because the Eagles fans ain't much better.
It's true. Something about that. It ain't the brotherly love. It's like the opposite of brotherly love.
It's like the opposite of brotherly love. Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully, we'll say. It doesn't bother me a bit. I just assume the Phillies and the Mets end up last.
If the Mets went 0-162, I would put that on a T-shirt and wear it for the rest of my life. In 2026, the Mets were 0-162.
Now that would be a record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even the Richmond Spiders.
Yeah. Well, when they lost their 11th night before last, I actually posted on Twitter. I said, "Hey, the Mets have lost 11 straight, and in my house, we will celebrate." Of all the teams, I know most of my Braves fan friends really hate the Dodgers. I never hated the Dodgers that much, and I understood the rivalry all those years.
Yeah.
The Mets. I hate the Mets.
I can say that.
I sort of like the Cardinals. I'm okay with the Phillies for the most part. The Dodgers don't really bother me. The Mets.
I pulled for the '86 Mets.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're a Doc Gooden guy?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I like that.
Darryl Strawberry.
Yeah. I mean, Hojo, the I can't. Ray, I can't even think of his name. Ray Knight, I can't even think of his name.
Ray Knight. Yeah.
But Mookie Wilson, they were a lot of fun. Keith Hernandez.
Who won, says we know, spit on Kramer.
There was a second spitter. It was not. It was actually not Keith Hernandez.
It was one magic loogie.
It was McDowell. It was former Braves pitching coach.
Yeah.
McDowell that actually.
Those of you who don't know the Seinfeld episode we're talking about, just don't worry about it.
One of the most clever, greatest episodes ever.
Yeah, that was right after the JFK movie, right?
Yeah, it was. We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Summer is on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
S&S Tire is the #1 tire and service dealer in the entire Lake Martin region for reasons. First, S&S works on all makes and models, including imports, and our advanced trained ASE Master Tech can pinpoint and correct problems before they happen. S&S Tire sells by volume, and that allows us to demand the best price on all major brands, including Michelin, Goodyear, and Toyo. Most importantly, S&S Tire and Auto lives, works, worships, and interacts in our home community. S&S Tire, #1 for many reasons, but most importantly, #1 for your satisfaction.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Uh-oh.
The night's getting better, y'all. Here's why, and I know you're not supposed to.
A twin killing here?
You're not supposed to root for somebody's ruination, right? You're not supposed to. But the New York Mets